Hola.
We're live? Hi guys. How you doing? I'm here. Yeah, there's our play day for today. Okay, I can watch the screen. I'm sorry.
There's our play day for today. Okay, I can watch the screen.
I'm sorry we're late today. We just had all kinds of doofus happen. We tend to run late in case you didn't know that. But anyway, if we hope some of you made it over today. I'd love to talk to you. Here's Nancy. She says, yeah, we weren't here right yet. I don't think we can. 3:48. Well, I said 3:30 to 3:45, didn't I? So, anyway, we're here. So, that's the main thing. Okay, guys, so today I want to finish that necklace we were talking about on Friday. And so what I'm doing is I'm making the neckline for it now. And that's what I call it whenever um, I'm making the chain or whatever goes around the neck or whatever. I call it working the neckline. And I like to do it in unique ways. I mean, it's a very rare thing that I just put a chain on it and yay, we're done. You know, I normally want it to have a little something going on. So I made these little beaded sections. First of all, I finished my tassel. So you can see here, I finished my tassel. I put these little pretty ends on it. And it falls pretty nice. See if I can pick it up and give you the impression of how it's going to do. Okay, this goes in the middle. You can see how it's going to fall like this. It's very nice. If I can see. I got out of the... I have to get onto this yet. Okay, there we go. So maybe I'll give you some idea of how it goes. Anyway, I'm trying. So it came out really pretty. That's the upshot of it. I took some stuff off and I added a few things and I think it's done now. I feel pretty good about it. Doesn't mean I won't put anything else. For example, I'll show you what bugs me about it. Right here. Is this got a little spot? It's okay, but I kind of feel like maybe it needs a little bit of I want to say crack fill, but that's not it. Something to fill that crack. Okay. I want to have it in here, something. And I also, when I was looking at this by my camera, I'm kind of thinking maybe right here, a little something. Can you see? Right in here, maybe. It seems a little high. See here, along this side, can you see? Right along this side, it's really nicely filled in. Okay? But then, when I move it to the other side, and I look, it's okay. You know, if you left it this way, it would be okay. But this is just kind of not so much. It's like there's a little bit of space right in here. But I will have to find just the right thing to go in there. And if I can't find just the right thing to go in there, I'm not putting anything in there. And that's really a good rule for you who like to do assemblage. If you can't find the right thing for a spot, leave it alone. If it's a gaping place, something that you just can't stand, if it has something there, then put it aside. No matter how desperate you are to finish it, put it aside till you find the right thing. I'm pretty sure I've got the right thing sitting here staring at me, but I'm just not presenting itself right now. But don't just put something for the sake of putting something. A lot of times when people start to do collage or assemblage, they just get all these disparate parts, things, nothing goes together. It's not even in a similar color family or anything. And let me turn it this way because you can really see it. They just start jamming stuff together, almost like a jigsaw puzzle. They just, however it fits together, however it fits, they'll do it. And usually when they get done, that's what it looks like. It looks like a paperweight. And that's not what you guys want. You don't want paperweights. You want something that makes sense, something that has form, something that has flow. And this is a little bit hard for mini assemblage because you have to deal with the lip of this cameo. See, you don't have much room. You've just got this little bit right here. Now I'm thinking, I've always done it with glue, but I'd really like to try to do one of these with Cerulean, because I think it might grab a little better. It might be a little bit better way to build it. So that might be the way I do it next time. It also kind of seems to need something, I don't know if you can see, like maybe put a little pearl right in here. I like it to be filled and finished from every angle. And that's a good rule of thumb. Okay, let's see who came. Let's see. Colleen's here. Karen's here. Nancy. I thought it was a technology thing. Oh, I hate technology. Haven't you had enough of it in your life? I have. But, hey, you know what? We wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for technology, would we? No, we wouldn't. Hey, anybody, if you don't think I'm loud enough, please say something. Last time somebody said that I didn't check my sound and it was way down, but I'm wearing a mic. I'm mic'd up, and we've got it turned up here, and I was fine with it. So I'm thinking maybe you have to go and turn that little horn up on your
the little volume.
Yeah, there's a little volume thing. It's down in the lower left part of the screen. You'll see it. If you go down, you know it's where you can push it forward and ahead, that kind of thing. You'll find a little horn-looking thing, and just push that up. Get that all the way up, and then turn your speakers up on your computer. You're going to be fine. Believe me. Sometimes I get too loud, even. Okay, so let's see who all else is here. Transferescence, Susan Chadwick. Hey! Kate Mulligan, you found me. Heidi Blankenship, how are you? I haven't seen you around for a while. It's nice for you to visit with us. Nancy Candela. Hey, Miss Gloria. Kathleen says, or Kate, you're throwing me off. Louder, please. Okay, so how am I going to go louder? What should I do? Should I move the mic?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I don't want to have it too close to me, because if I do it too close to me, you're going to hear, like, if I cough, it's going to sound like an explosion. Or something like that. I'll try. And I'll try to talk louder, too. How's that? Maybe that's the thing to do. Hey, Natalie Eisen, how are you? Kate says, I turned up my volume. Probably have potatoes in my ears. Yeah.
She said, huh?
Perhaps. But I love you anyway. So glad you all came. But anyway, I think this is really coming out nice. So now I'm going to work that neckline. That's what we're going to do together today. And we're going to be together for maybe 20, 25 minutes, because if I'm here any longer than that, my phone's going to crap out. And then I'm going to be mid-sentence and it's just going to go dead. And it's just not a good end to things. So let me just shut up and show you. This is what I have so far. I was, just for the sake of being easy, and because it's repeated down here, I was going to put this chain up here, which you could. But I just think this piece has got a little bit of something going on. I keep turning it sideways. This piece has got a little something going on, and this just looks too lightweight for me. The only way that I think this would work, this is me, is if I took another piece and I wrapped it, like you do with a torsade necklace. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Do I have another piece loose here? Yeah, I do. Okay. Say that it was connected like back here. See if I can hold on to this enough to show you. And then I just started twisting it. And I'm really fumbly here. You really should have jump rings on the end to make this work. But I think maybe you get the gist. I could wrap it maybe. Okay. Just wrap it. Let's see how it looks when I pull it up. Okay. All right. I'm going to go about this far. See, it's loosey-goosey. You have to mess with it. But, and I'm not sure I'm like this either. It's, I don't know. But that's how I'd have to do it. I have to twist it. I've done a lot of necklaces like that. I have one. Oh, it's over in the other room. I can't get it. It'd be too hard for me to tell Javi where it is. Maybe next time I'll show it to you. But anyway, the upshot of this is I think it's too light. It needs more. It needs more guts to it. So I'm going to do something else with this. But this is what I chose to do. I did a little bit of, gypsy beading type stuff. I made some real pretty little sections. I made this kind of a section where I put an it's not smoke topaz, just a topaz bead in there between two little metal beads that had little stones set in them, and then I wrapped them. Oh, maybe I can lift this up a little bit, or can you zoom in on it, Javi?
You can lift it up.
I'll lift it up. Here, here, she's showing me this way.
Yeah, there you go.
This way. This way, okay. My fingers don't look so good, guys. But anyway, I wrapped it. Okay. See that? And then I have this one where I've taken real itty bitty beads and stacked them. Okay. So I have those two sections. So what I thought I would do is I'll do something a little bit funky. Now, normally I would, or maybe you would, do them like this. I normally like to do a heavier piece at the bottom rather than a skinnier one. That's me. It's not wrong to do it the other way. That's just, it looks best to me. And then I would put this one and this one, and then do another set of these, and just going up like that. Okay. But I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to break my own rule that I just told you about how I like the lower, the heavier one or the fatter one or whatever at the bottom. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this and we're going to stagger it. And then that way it will have staggering beauty. Okay, I'm silly. So I put that. I'm probably out of the screen now. I'll hold it. Put this. I've got another one. Okay, that's as far as I get. I have another topaz one made. Oh, I have another one of these made too, so I can do another section. Yay, okay. So here and here. I don't think this is going to make it all the way around the neck. I'm not going to make this real long. I'm going for maybe 22, 24 inches. I want it to hang like just in the middle of my chest and then let the waterfall drape of the tassel go from there, and it'll be plenty long enough. If I make this like a 30-inch, it's going to be way too long. The tassel is going to be annoying to wear. It's going to look a little silly, so I'm not going to do it that way. The tassel on this, can you hand me that? I need to get my ruler back here. One day I'll be all ready for this. I'll have it all down. Okay, here's my yardstick. So these tassel pieces are anywhere from 3 1/4 to 4 1/4 with the ends on them. So if you're like, say you go for 22 around the neck, or even 24, till you put this on, you're going to have a 28-inch necklace, which is plenty long. But if you put that on the end of a 30, it's going to be like 34. On a short person like me, it's going to be hanging down to tomorrow without getting more descriptive. So that's too long. You don't want that long on anybody. Who else is here? Let's see. Cindy Peterson, you're loud enough. Okay, Cindy says I'm loud enough, so I'm loud enough. Cindy Charette says sounds great. Mary Macera, hello, I'm new. Thank you for coming, Mary. We're so happy you came. This is great. Very glad you came. Nancy says, what if you put a bit of twisted wire between the spaces you made? You could do that. I didn't this time, but it would be cool. Sure, why not? Or a little bit of wire coil. There's no real right or wrong to this, guys. Whatever you have and whatever looks good to you. Do you use a pricing formula to price your creations according to what you think the market will allow? Artists get robbed. Well, that's another subject, Nancy. This one's not going to be priced at all. Because I'm not selling this. I'm going to give it away. So you guys comment away, because what's going to happen is when we finish up today, we're going to go count all the unique comments. That means if you comment a bunch of times, you're only getting counted once. Okay, all the unique comments are going to get counted. Get a count, put in a random number generator, and then we're going to come back on here and post who won my necklace, and we're going to send it to you. Before I send it to you, I'm going to sign and date it on the back with a Dremel, like I've done in my videos before. But Nancy, you know, it's subjective what this would cost. I am big on whatever you can get for it. Whatever you can get for it. Any number of times, Mel Burney and I'll have this conversation. Of course, he's from a different world than I am. We're from handmade. And he's from, you know, less handmade. Their stuff is partly handmade, but not entirely at 1928. And I'll say, you know, Mel, you don't have a lot of money into these earrings, so what in the world are you going to charge for them? He goes, whatever I think they'll pay. And I'm like, whoa. He goes, oh, I don't get crazy. But he says, you know, that's the one thing I know. After all these years in business, he's been in business 50 years. He says, I know what people will pay. I don't charge them any more and I don't charge them any less. And then if we're a little bit high on top, we can always come down a little bit later and have a sale. So that's kind of where I am. But on this necklace, I don't know. The way it's shaping up, I'd say 58, 60. That might sound low to some of you guys. I don't know. I didn't figure it out yet, so I can't really tell you. But that is a very, very good question. And it is something, Nancy, that we talk about on the Build-A-Line class, which is in progress right now. You can still join today, but after that it'll be too late because we'll be too far ahead. It started on Wednesday. And that's the line that that's the class that I teach every year about the business of selling your own jewelry. And it's tips and tricks from my own jewelry journey. I've been in this business now for 30 years. And in the 90s, I created a line of over 300 pieces, and we had over 500 store accounts. And it sold to like hospital gift shops, little boutiques, florists. We had a lot of florists, tourist places. We did a lot of custom stuff too for those. You know, that kind of, it wasn't like a big department store line, anything like that. But I got tired of it, and I quit doing it, and I went into supply. But I was successful at it, and I learned a thing or two. So I like to share it, so we share that in the class, and then everybody in the class builds a line. So it's cool. So I'm just hooking this stuff up together so we can put it onto the Cameo and see what it looks like. But that's a great question. Thank you for asking it, Nancy. And maybe one day we can do a video live where I take pieces and say, okay, I'm going to make this, or take a piece that's already been made and say, okay, I made this, I have this, this, and this, and this in it, and it's going to cost about this much to make it, and this much time. It matters how much time you have in it, too. If you're making a big opus piece that takes you 3 days to make it, you better be having some gallery clientele or some heavy-duty, wealthy clientele who can afford to pay for that. There are some people who find that sort of clientele and do very well, and they'll buy anything they make. But let's face it, it's not an everyday occurrence. That's a rare thing. And for most of us starting out, we have to be practical, okay? Cindy Peterson says, but what if we have a lot to say? Well, go ahead and say it. Type your little fingers off, dear one. Cindy knows I love her. Type your little fingers off. And if I can, I'll answer you. Because I have a lot to say, right? So why should I say it all? You say what you want. I'll keep hooking this up and I'll look and see what you guys are saying. Okay, let's see. Cindy Lou, price is always hard. You better believe it. It is hard. And I'll tell you what, it's a rough thing to talk about in a class too, because some people are kind of passionate about their own formulas. So I'm like, okay, this is what I do. Then I back off and I'm just let them talk because, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to have to figure it out. But it does go by what you have in it and how much time you have in it. And your overhead and all that doofus. And Jan Anderson is new from the UK. Hello, Jan. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you came. That's great. Thank you. It's so hard to price well and fair. You better believe it is. This is my second time to watch you. I really enjoy watching you. Well, I'm really glad you enjoy watching me because I'd hate to think I was here and nobody was watching me. Not that I'm one of those people that has to be watched. It's just, I like to share. Not that I know that much, but I do. I like to share. I like to hear what you have to say. You know, it'd be really cool if we got to the place where, you know, I'm making something and you guys start telling me what to do and we try it. And we try it. I hope you guys can see good enough too. We might not have our circle light over us quite far enough. It's all stuff we have to play with. I have something interesting to tell you though while I'm putting this onto the necklace and we're checking out the length. I had a little poll yesterday on the creative group. That's at Facebook. If you want to join us, a lot of you girls are from the creative group. I can see that. My pals from over there. You can join us. I always say the only thing's missing at the creative group is you if you're not on it. So come on and join us. But anyway, we had a little thing. I'm going to have to have a big one for this. I don't think it's going to fit. Let me spread it out a little bit. We had a poll. about what did you like to learn from the best, videos or from a tutorial that was written. And you know what would be really great is if I could ever find a way, my way clear, to do both. Like, do the video, go back, take some screenshots, and then go back and write something, go with it, so you have something in writing as well. This is going to be cute. I'm going to make it, though. You know how I like to have stuff flush. Because somebody's going to get this, and they're going to say, oh, that's not made so good. Well, believe me, I'll be taking my camera out and checking every angle. But anyway, we did this poll yesterday. That one's on. Pretty good. Did this poll, and 84% of the people liked the video. 16 would rather do a tutorial. I wish I could do both, because I know of a company that does both, at least one. I think two I know of. And it's so awesome. It's just all cross-reference and everything. But I'm one person, I'm one girl here, and I'm running a supply business as well, and I do these videos for free. So I don't even know how I'd find the time to do it. I say maybe I'll think of something that's quick and easy, that's basic. Or maybe after I get the 1928 book written, I have like 3 chapters left in it, then maybe I'll do that, because I would like to. But really, it seems to me that YouTube is the place to be. Why put it somewhere where nobody's going to see it?
And the other good thing is that you can make mistakes on here.
And people can see you fix them.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they like that, because I do. I don't worry about it if I make a mistake. And you guys have been watching me a while know I make a lot of mistakes. Like right now, I feel a big mistake coming on. Is that flush? Okay. And then what we do is, because I made a mistake, I made a bloop, now I got to fix it. So now you can see, oh, that's how you fix it. So that's pretty good. Louise G says, I like both too. I found you first via YouTube. A lot of people did, Louise. I would say 7 out of 10 members of the creative group, and we have over 5,600 now, found me here first. And I would say about half of my website customers came from YouTube. We see it all day, YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. And so, you know, what does that tell you? You don't have to do every sort, you know, if you're in the business of doing this, you know, find out what type of social media works for you. Like, I don't do Twitter. I don't do Twitter at all. Twitter doesn't get me anywhere, so I don't mess with it. I don't spend any time learning it. Instagram, I bang my head bloody to get that to work out for me, and it just seems to me that it's not what it was, and the algorithms have changed so much it's very hard to be found. And so I still post there, but I'm not working it hard. Facebook and YouTube is what works for me. So why, you know, why waste my time? That's what I'm going to do. You guys will find out what works for you. Working your Etsy store is very good too. So anyway, this is what I've done. It's come out nice and even, if you can see. But this is not going to be enough to go around my neck. No, no way. I need about 6 inches maybe. Let me get where's that yardstick? Let's measure and see how much I need. Okay, so I have so far about 5 inches, a little bit more on each side. So that means 10 inches. So I need enough to make it 20, let's say 22. So that's another 7 inches, right? Yeah, well, that's 24. 6. Let's go for 6 and see what happens and put an extender on it. That's what we'll do. I'm not good without a calculator, not even on the simple stuff. Okay, so for my back, I have some choices. I could put this stuff, which is that lovely, lovely Baroque pearl chain I found hidden on a back shelf over there at Mel's. But then, I don't know, it seems unbalanced when I get down to here, because I got all this heavier stuff up here and this thin stuff for the tassel, which you don't want real heavy stuff for your tassel. But I'm just kind of thinking that it would be more cohesive of a style, of a design, if I took and used this stuff back here. And, you know, I was going to do it up here, and no, it's too late. Put it in the back. And then I think maybe it's about, I'm going to try it, okay? So now I need to measure again. So Javi, if you would do the honors so I can measure again. I'm looking for 6 inches here. Will I be able to get that all from this one piece? Almost, but not quite. Close, but no CR. So, you never heard that, Javi?
No.
You never heard that? Close, but no CR. I'll bet you Miss Kate has heard that. When Miss Kate and I get together, we have our own Southern Ohio language. We have our own banter, our own lingo, our own colloquial style of talking. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this off and try not to hit Javi with it. Yeah, so I got 6 on that side, or thereabouts, close enough. And about 6 here. You know, you can just slap a chain on and you're good. You know, you don't have to go through all this, but I just have always been one that did this. Finished it off with a good ending. I gave it a happy ending. Okay, so now this one's shorter than this one. Why? Probably some of the loops are off. I gotta get some more bead chain too. If you were around when I had that Lake Blue stuff, oh man, it was the most fantastic. And you know, this is all made by hand. When I order that stuff, they make it for me. So it takes a while. Okay, it was just kinked up. They make it for me. But that Lake Blue is just so gorgeous. I need to get hold of my guy tomorrow and get some, because it'll take him about 25 days to make it. You know what? I might as well wait. It's almost Chinese New Year, I think. And they do make it in China. Not everything made in China is crap. Some of it is. A lot of it is. But that chain is not. That chain is some awesome stuff. Those people care what they do. They do a good job. I learned that from Mel Burney. Another thing I learned from Mel Burney, that not all Chinese stuff is crap. You just need to know your vendor. And when you find your vendor, you got to ask to see his certificate, one of the first things. And the certificate looks wonky, leave. Don't talk to him anymore. Or if he says, oh, I don't have one, or I can't find it, just say, okay, bye-bye. Hasta la vista, baby. Anywho, yeah, probably not worth ordering it right now, because they won't be able to make it anyhow before then, I don't think. I don't know, I'll ask them. It's always free to ask, right? Okay, now where's my other piece? Anybody see it? Is it the, yes. Okay, let's see who's talking. Heidi says, I like both too, but videos are my favorite. However, with that being said, I have done both for companies and it's so much work than what people, oh, yeah. It is so much more work than people realize, yes. A couple girls have had jobs where they do this for a living, and of course they had everything all cross-referenced and, you know, the whole 9 yards, which is fantastic. But I don't do video or write tutorials for a living. I sell parts. This is on the side, and I love, love, love doing it. I love meeting people. I'm just so thrilled that anybody would darken my door. And that they like me. I mean, it makes me want to cry sometimes. This is hard. This is such a little tiny hole. And it may not want to go on this. So whatever I can do to help them to use the things they buy from me, or whatever, stuff they already have, I'm happy to do. But it has to be whatever I can do. And no, that's not going to fit. And video's a way of things now. So, anyway, Kathleen says, yup. What is the length of the neck chain? I'm going to tell you in a minute, Miss Gloria. We're going to measure it again. I'm going to do it together. Thanks for the you. I've got to run. See you next week. Yep, I'll be here. I know not everybody can stay for the whole thing. Honestly, I don't think I can stay for the whole thing. I'm going to run out of juice pretty quick. Okay, but anyway, let me see how far I can get. I don't want to have to stop in the middle. This is going to be my finial. This is what goes on the end here. And I may have too much on. I may have to adjust it. But keep commenting, because every time you comment, that means you have a chance that you might win my necklace, because I'm giving it away. Hi from New Zealand. Hey, Susie B. Thank you for coming. Wow, Karen's there. Lisa Lammer. I love how this piece is coming along. Really enjoyed seeing it coming together. Thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad you found us. Lisa's new to us, and she's been jumping in with both feet, and I'm just enjoying getting to know her no end. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to wrap this. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to hope that I can find a nice little lobster claw for now, because I didn't get one out. Rats, and the only ones I have out in front of me are, this isn't wrapped very good. I'll have to redo it. But I'm going to put it on anyway for now so you can see. They're too big, so I have to, can you find one, Javi? There's some in that little jar back there. This little,
Strawberry?
no, I'm looking for, I'm looking for a little, like goldy looking. This might work. Brass ox would be better, but this will work. This will work. Oh, antique gold one. That's perfect. You just want a little one. Okay, so here's how I do it, guys. This is the way I do it. You do it however is good for you. If you have a different way, that's cool. But this is how I do it. This is how we do it. Na, 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 na. Okay, I'm going to put my lobster on this side. Some of you guys prefer it the other side. Okay. Happy for you. That's great. Do that. Go do that. Okay, now, I would normally put an extender on this, but for sake of time, I probably won't. I might put it on before I send it to you. How's that? But for now, I'm just going to put my end, and I'm going to put my finial on there, my little contrast item, and close that. And voila! I do believe it be done. So I'm going to hold this up, and I'm sorry you can't see me here, so you can't see this thing on me. But maybe we'll take a picture a little bit. We'll put it on the bust out in the garage and give it a shot. Okay. Okay, I didn't get it to hook. Rats. Yeah, I still prefer American made. My brass stampings are always going to be American made. There's no reason to buy them somewhere else, unless they're old French ones or something. Yeah, this is about perfect. It just comes down to right below my chest, and then it hangs nice. It's about perfect. So let me measure this for you, Miss Gloria, so you know. And then everyone can adjust it however is best for them. Maybe you want it to be not as long, maybe you want it to be longer. But like I said, remember, if you get this too long, the tassel's going to hang down and look clumsy. It's going to be too far down. Because if you go like out to 30 with this, and then the tassel's, over 4 inches, it's not going to be good. It'll be clumsy. All right, so here we go for Miss Gloria. This is just for you, doll, and everybody else too. It is a hair under 24 around the neck. And I have to say, when I put it on, that was about right. I talked about doing 22, 24. Turns out it's a little better. So that's how I've got it. So anyway, here's my beautiful necklace. So what I have to determine now is if I'm satisfied with the tassel not having more of these little sparklies on it, or if I just want to leave it alone. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me. Tell me quick. Should I do something more to this tassel? Is it good? Is it good to go? Because we're finishing up now. Is this tassel good to go like this? With all this other chotch on it and all this stuff going on the neckline? I think it is. There comes a place with assemblage or whatever you're making where you have to say, enough's enough, I'm done. Because if you just keep adding stuff to it, once again, you have a lovely paperweight. Tassel good to go, Gloria says. Nancy says, looks good to me. Karen says, I like the tassel. Jan says, it's good as it is. Colleen says, leave it as is. It looks great. Jewelry, Treasures by Louise G says, good as it is. Kate says, like how it is. Lisa says, like the tassel. Heidi says she likes the tassel. Lori says, I think it's perfect. Cindy says, I'm happy with it. Hi from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, it's Monday morning and a hot day today, 101. There's snow here. We had to get the snow plow this morning. And the guy I had, he finked out on me, didn't show up. He hasn't been good. So we had to get on Facebook and find somebody in our community who doesn't. We found the best guy. So it's just good that it happened that way. Patricia Polomsky has got a question mark. Maybe she's like, I don't know. It's okay, honey. All right. So how do you say your name? Soleil? Ikawa? Is perfect as is. Thank you, honey. I wish I knew how to say your name. It looks beautiful. Okay, Natalie says, I live by this quote, good art is knowing when to stop. Amen, sister. And with that, I think we better stop now because I'm going to run out of juice in my camera because I forgot to, not my camera, my phone, I forgot to plug it in. But anyway, that's it for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few pictures with my phone to see what's going on. Why is that thing going off? Ugh. We thought we took the phone off the hook. And then I don't have any glue gobs or any big protruding holes. I see some glue cleanup right in here. And then I'm going to sign it, and somebody's going to win it. And it will be yours, whoever you are. Okay? So, speak, speak, speak. I'm going away. By the time I go away, we're done. See you next week, Miss Kate. Bye, guys. I love you all. You're just so important to me. Thank you for everybody that supported me today. And come back next week because this is a permanent thing every Sunday unless I have to go away or I'm in the hospital or something, God forbid. And then in that case, then Javi has to do some wire with you. Yeah. And if she don't show up, I better learn how to do this myself. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, everybody that came. Come back again next Sunday about 3:30, 3:45, and we'll be here. Bye-bye.